Eat it, dude.
Nah, eat it. I ate it.
I didn't read the box before I ate mine.
My kid ate it. Tay ate it.
Okay.
I ate it.
I got one thing to say, Jeremy.
That's what I said, my kid.
Do it for the pod.
Do it for the pod, huh? This is not about to be the...
Hold on. My kid's calling me. He's going to love it.
Oh, my God.
We have a guest calling into the podcast. Guest calling into the podcast.
Hey, Antoine.
Where is you?
Hey, Antoine, where you at?
Where am I?
Yeah, you're on the podcast right now. Say hello. Oh, okay.
This is good audio.
Hey, do you want to see Jeremy eat the hot nut?
Yeah.
He's not
I already do now.
See, this is some bullshit. I never got to see that.
All right.
I'll let you see the box after you put it in your mouth.
The last one?
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Come on.
he's eating number 5.
Is he on?
Can you see him, Antoine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him.
Are you crazy? You put the whole thing in your mouth?
Oh, and we keeping all of this. All of this is going into the pod.
Give it like 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Give it like 10 seconds, really.
You got bread up here?
Nah, I don't got bread up here.
I don't think Jeremy has a drink.
He has a drink. I checked that before I gave it to
But
him.
none of that is going to...
How hot is it?
It's pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
Wait until it kicks in.
This made my son's nose bleed.
What?
No. He ate the first 4 also.
Well, yeah, he did eat the first 4 too. We ate all 5 in a row.
Do you want to tell Jeremy what the title of this nut is? What is number 5?
So this is the
I mean,
death
you probably
nut.
show it to him now. I mean, it's over for him now.
Two-time Carolina Reaper, a Magora Scorpion, and 13 million Scoville capsulin crystals coated on the outside.
Word.
I threw up and then made my nose bleed.
That's a real testimonial right there.
Hey, no,
That's-
that is. It's true. I was like, this is the worst parenting decision I ever fucking made.
You take your son to the emergency room.
You're actually handling it pretty well.
He's trying to. I can see it in his face a couple times. He's like, all right, you know what?
I'm waiting for the one tear to roll down his cheek.
So, I'm gonna call you back when I'm done recording, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. I
And
love
be
you.
on, okay?
All right. Does it hurt?
I mean, it hurt, yeah. This made me less funny.
I think I made the podcast funnier though. I gave it a little boost at least. This is the jackass formula. Like watching someone in pain is just inherently funny.
What we should have did, we should have had a list of questions for him. Say he just says to keep talking.
No, now we have to talk to him.
No, we just have to do the podcast, but he's in pain. That's very funny.
Well, yeah, that's why I gave it to him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not able to speak.
So on Christmas morning, I did this. The whole challenge, eating 1 through 5. No drink.
Oh.
Nothing. Just ate them. It was
That's
horrible.
part of the challenge. I'm not supposed to drink.
No, I mean, you can.
That's if you're doing 1 through 5.
Well, no, because Tay and little Antoine were drinking the whole way through because they were like, this is crazy. But I was just like, I'm trying to see if I can make it the whole way through without drinking.
You know what the trick is?
It's pretty bad though, right?
Yeah,
Hottest thing I ever ate in my life.
The trick to neutralizing the capsaicin is half and half
You're gonna run out of tea, man.
instead of just milk.
You better start switching that shit. Milk?
No, it's half and half.
Oh, I drank a carton of almond milk after I did this.
Okay, that doesn't have the fat content.
I ate
It doesn't
so
have the
much
dairy
bread.
fat content you need.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have any dairy content.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you dying?
No, man. I got some whiskey somewhere.
Is that gonna help?
That's gonna make it
It's
worse.
gonna make it way worse.
This dude.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's gotta be recording still.
Yeah, it's still recording.
He was like, fuck, I'm never gonna hit the stop button.
Is it in that box right there? Bottle of whiskey.
There's a pair of jeans in the bottom.
Hey, you took it like a champ. Would you have ate it if you read it first?
Yeah.
What are the effects you're feeling right now?
Bottle of whiskey, give me the bottle of whiskey. He starts tearing this bitch.
Can you just hand me the box?
What do voice cutting out and shit halfway through this? Can you hand me the
That's very heavy. There might be a bottle of whiskey in there.
Send me the whole box, please.
I do want to drink hot whiskey on top of this. It's about to be like the worst version of Fireball you can
I
get.
normally don't keep my jeans where I keep my whiskey, but maybe.
This week we're going to be doing our 2020 review. We're talking with Jeremy, Antoine,
The bitch.
Damn, he was planning that fucking terrorist attack the whole time.
You like really thought about that one.
He was waiting all 2020 for that shit.
No, you just called me a bitch. I had to get my shit out there somehow. And I got it in the intro, so we're gonna stay there, nigga.
No, dude, this is the intro. This is like holy ground. You can't fucking do
You
that
can't attack
shit.
me yet, dude.
It's like you just walked into a church. You gotta wait till
attacked
he
me
walks
before
out.
Connor was even introduced. My dude said, Antoine, the bitch.
I didn't know if anybody else was gonna say her name again, so I was like, all right, gotta get him when I know he's gonna say it.
Dorian. And we're talking the end of 2020, baby. Review time, right? We're doing a whole year review and a little bit of last month review,
It's
right?
been a whole ass year. And a month on top of that we haven't even talked
It's
about.
crazy. It's been a year of what's been going on, like COVID and all that type shit.
Yeah,
It's not a whole year of COVID
it's
yet.
been like 10 months, which you round up. That's a
Actually,
year.
if you think about it, they knew about it in December.
I mean,
here.
you are right. You are
So-
right. You are right.
It was like starting to happen in other countries and shit. Like what? Last year, this time? Yeah. I feel like I read like a headline. It was like, wow, that's wild. And then never thought about it for 2 months. Until the day I got laid off from my job and they closed down all the bars in the city. Like, oh.
like damn, now that's wild.
Well, it's funny because I follow a lot of people in New York on Twitter and they're all like, I can't believe people eating in restaurants together. I'm like, what's going on? It's not that big a deal, right? And then fucking like a week later, it's like Cleveland lockdown. All the restaurants and bars are like, fuck, what? And then I got laid off that afternoon after I read that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty aware of it because the dude next to me had like some breathing issues at work.
okay.
And
He
like,
was on top of it.
yo, he was on every video. Like everything that came out of China of them putting people in a truck or them transporting people or them saying numbers of coronavirus. My dude had it down and he was like, the first case of coronavirus I hear about that hits America, I'm not coming back into work. I'm working from home. The next day, coronavirus, New York. Day after, no more Willie.
My man really meant that shit.
No, he was not fucking around. He was scared.
You want to die. People don't want to die sometimes.
Yeah, and if you have a breathing issue and you got it, it was bad. It was real fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a breathing issue in a lot of cases, it's very bad for you still. Like, I think we're going to find a lot of shit out in the next couple of years about people with like reduced lung capacity and shit because just having that thing once.
I like how it was so joked upon at first that like the dude from the NBA, like right in the beginning of it.
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
like,
he-
rubbing all the mic.
Yeah,
We
rubbing the
talked about that
mics.
in the podcast. You like, coughed on the mics or rubbed them or whatever. And like,
started touching everybody and stuff.
imagine if
He was
someone
like,
did that
"Ooh,
now.
the COVID monster, ooh. And probably gave like everybody, because he literally had COVID.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah, even like someone who didn't have it, who
It's
was
almost like
like,
he knew he had it. Like, you know
Right.
what? Fuck it.
He's like, I can't smell anything, I can't taste anything, I'm getting a fever, let me just touch everything.
if that happened now, they would arrest him for something. Like they would put him up on
I mean, if he was
charges.
just a regular person doing
They would
that type
shoot him in the
shit,
street dead.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, bitch, this is 2020, you're dead for that. That's treason against the American people.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of shit happened this year, and then also very few things happened. Like a lot of very major shit happened, and then kind of dead space for a lot of other shit. Like there really weren't any fucking movies that came out. There weren't any like nothing like.
The movie theaters died. That's what happened in 2020.
Well, like every single piece of news is coronavirus related.
Well,
basically.
No. There
We
was
got Tiger
Trump,
King news.
there was Trump news all through
Burger
2020.
King news, did you say?
Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger
A
King.
show that everyone watched because they're all staying home to fucking watch it.
Hey, you can say whatever
They
you
weren't
want.
watching movies. They was watching Tiger King.
You can try to shit on Tiger King if you
It was
want.
good content.
But that shit was pop culture fucking.
Oh,
That shit was
gold.
worldwide.
It was
That's crazy.
it was a well-made documentary thing. I thought. I don't know. It was
Shit was hilarious.
it was funny. I thought the response people had was a little wild, where it was definitely like,
People loved it. Joe Exotic is or Donald Trump is trying to pardon Joe Exotic right now.
is he really?
Yes, that's real.
I don't know.
How is
about
he
that,
trying
man.
to do it? I thought you just do it.
I don't think you could just do it because otherwise I feel like Donald Trump would just be releasing everybody.
I think
No, he
there's like a
wouldn't.
limit
I mean,
to
he's
how many
giving
he
out
can
like
do a
45
day or
of them
something.
bitches, I think.
Okay. Then if he really wanted to, he would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's waiting till like
Yeah, he has to wait till he gets all the real evil motherfuckers out, like the guys who, like the Blackwater guys who like killed civilians or whatever. He's got to make sure those guys all get out first.
Maybe Joe Exotic's just like not pitching it well enough. Like he almost had the deal closed to where they were
Well,
able to like
he's
be like
like-
Donald Trump's about to pardon Joe Exotic, and then he
He's
fucked
gay,
up.
which gives Trump a little bit of pause. Like, He's like a weird, like probably racist Republican weirdo. So there's
And Trump
that
is afraid
going
of
for him.
tigers.
But is he?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, basically everyone should be afraid of tigers in some like
So they
fight or
Basic
flight,
form?
yeah, fight or flight kind of sense.
The Australia wildfires also happened this.
January.
Yeah, that was insane. I just didn't think of it because it didn't happen here.
That shit happened for.
That was like
it was
That
for
was like the
months,
most
right?
American shit you ever said.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was the most American shit Connor
It didn't happen here, so I don't give a fuck.
I remember
Pretty
it
much
hap-
like, damn.
I remember it happening, and I remember thinking, "Wow, that's crazy." I saw all the shit that was happening, the animals running out of the forest.
Oh, but
and
if those
shit.
wildfires came over here with the COVID,
I mean, California did burn.
Like, listen,
California always burns.
I'm going to be honest. If COVID had only stayed in China or Southeast Asia or whatever, we wouldn't be fucking talking about it right now. We would talk about it the same way. It's like, oh yeah, they had that virus in that other country. That was wild.
I mean, duh.
Global report time. Global report time. So now we're just gonna talk about some global shit here.
Okay, what else? What
Kobe
are
Bryant
the
died. That was global.
In China,
What?
Kobe Bryant died.
Kobe Bryant did die in 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, a helicopter crash. Well, you don't ride
Right in the
helicopters.
beginning, January.
that was global news. China has concentration camps as well as America.
I cannot speak on the Uyghur concentration camps because I don't understand it, and it seems bad. It seems real fucking bad.
Yeah.
Seems bad, and they're doing good at keeping wraps on it, so nobody can really
Well,
figure
that's
out
just
what's
the
going
Chinese government with their media and the news and shit.
There's a lot.
They
So
keep
here's
that
my
shit real
here's my
tight-knit.
whole shit. I feel like what they're doing is probably very bad, but I also suspect a lot of what people are saying about it is also hyperbole. Not that they're not doing it, not that it's not very bad, but I have a suspicion that a lot of the shit people are saying about it is not true also, but I don't have anything to back that up, so I can't really say for sure. I just feel like the American media is very ready to jump on China for doing the exact same evil shit we're doing here.
Well, we got to get it off our backs. We don't want to look at us.
And in order to make it not just the exact same shit we're doing here, they make it sound way worse. That's all I
mean, you can't even make it really sound worse than what we're doing here.
But you can, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're
I
saying
mean, they
like,
didn't though. They were like, "Yo, they're locking Muslim people up.
yeah, they're
We're
saying,
giving people hysterectomies."
yeah, no, they're saying,
Like,
they're-
there's a big difference.
well, the stories I heard about the Uyghur thing, that they're locking them up and they're having Chinese soldiers sleep with their families and they're like doing all this other weird shit. Or I'm like, that might be true. I don't know, but it also sounds like some shit that like would get made up in order to make them sound worse.
That also sounds like on some real shit. Hysterectomy sounds like some shit that would be made up, but it's completely true.
Yeah. We'll touch on that later after the world report. We're not gonna drop that one. That was deranged. Yeah, we have the Wuhan flu, guys.
yeah.
That reports of where that happened, and the do you remember the eating bats in the wet markets?
Yeah.
People said that the flu happened because they have open air markets like we have in every major U.S. city. That you can go down to the fucking middle of Cleveland and go to a fucking wet market. And then also it's because they eat bats, which is not true for, I think, extreme vast majority of that country.
We assassinated Qasem Soleimani and almost caused World War
Hell
III.
yes, that was wild. That Trump was just like, so the way I heard this pitch.
That was on like the third day.
Was that whoever does these things, the War Council or the CIA or whoever actually like presents these things to the president, gave him like a list of 10 shits. It's like, hey, here's some actions we could take right now based on the threats that are coming in. And the kill Soleimani thing was like the extreme, like no one's ever going to pick that. We're just doing that as like a, here's a very extreme thing. Here's a very weak thing. We want to pick the middle thing.
You know what?
And Trump's like,
right to this
assassinate this foreign national. And everyone's like, fuck, I guess we got to do it now. That's how I heard.
That's exactly how it went down, yeah.
How's your mouth doing, Jeremy? Mouth update.
My mouth is fine at this point. Completely.
Oh, really? Okay, wow. You're making some faces over there.
I'm making the faces are. I never heard that tidbit of the Qasem Soleimani assassination.
This is sort of speculation by people who know a little bit more about how the government works than I do. But
I would trust that speculation.
That is a potential for like, and maybe isn't that cut and dry? Maybe it's a little different. Maybe that was like an agenda. I don't think that was anything the intelligence community or the like military really wanted to happen. I think that was purely like it was an option on the table and no one thought that option was going to get picked. And he was like, that one, kill that guy. Fuck it. I got the military now. Still.
I'm Mr. Headlines, baby.
Yeah. And then,
Obama killed somebody. I want to kill somebody too.
There's some real weird tensions. I don't remember what we did to make right on that. Probably nothing. Probably just not nuke them or whatever.
We sent some mercenaries over to Brazil. Was that Brazil?
Oh yeah. Fucking Christ. We had a shitty failed coup attempt in was that Brazil?
I think it was Brazil. The Brazilian prime minister or something was dealing drugs according to the US government.
Again, this is shit that is like fucking a year ago now, so I don't really remember it too well, but it was very funny to watch all those wet idiots get pulled up out of the river or whatever. They were going down to assassinate that guy.
When they did get pulled up, I was like, yo, this definitely looks like the intro to like a Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? This just CNN shot of the guys getting pulled up and then it's your mission to go save them. But I didn't think that we would actually go save them, but we did.
Oh, we ended up going to save them?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part of that. I thought they got arrested.
I thought we just negotiated.
No, we got them back out of there.
How? With like guns?
With
or
Trump being like, yo, we need to go get them.
That's not... Something else happened there.
Like, I mean, it was some government shit, but they got them put back over here.
Yeah, they negotiated. They're like, hey, do you really want to start a war with us? And they're like, no, probably not.
Yeah, that's negotiating.
Yeah, that's like...
U.S. negotiating. Do you want bombed? Not really. All right, well, give us our 4
U.S.
people.
going like, yeah, we still got some nukes kicking around somewhere. Give the fucking guys back.
Do you think those guys still got paid?
Oh, yeah.
Or you think they got like half pay?
No, they got the bag.
Do you think you get paid like it is in like movies, like half now, half when you're finished?
No, they get the bag up front.
Show me the picture and I'll give you the other half.
I don't know. I feel like they do get like it's either they didn't get all of the pay or that company off, you never gets a fucking military contract ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
like when you fuck up on that big of a level?
Do you think that the military contractor company works just like Wall Street and shit, where they fail and they just keep doing it?
Yeah,
I bet it works like that. I bet like
that's why I'm saying like you probably get half pay. I think I agree with Antoine.
I bet they were using like Energizer batteries. And then they died, and then they were like, "Fuck, we should have used the Duracells, man."
What
and like,
are you talking about?
for their night vision or some shit, and then that's how they got caught. Like their batteries died, and then they were like fucked on some of their equipment, and they got caught.
I think they played like
you doing a Duracell commercial.
They played like
the fuck is
not a sponsor.
They played like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and we're like, "This is it. This is how we do it." We like we go in guns blazing, and then they walk.
Yeah, they're on firing range doing the walkthrough.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, go around here. We go over here."
Or it's like, well, how do we get into the country? Oh, that's the unimportant part. Once we get in there, it's guns blazing, though. And it's like, what? And they just get caught by the border guards or whatever.
The dudes are just watching them roll up to the side of the thing. They're like, what are these dudes doing? Like,
I want to see this plays out. Let them get a little farther. I want to see where this goes.
They're like, they can't see us, man. They can't see us. It's like they think that they have, like, you know how when you play the sneaking games, they have like that vision.
Or like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, they're like, we're out of range, man. They can't see us.
They're on a city street and they're wearing like ghillie suits. Like, no one's going to notice us. They're covered in the big like camo Wookiee costume.
A cab driver really called them in, like, hey, there's these 4 weird dudes.
There's like a tip line
of like walking up.
There's like a see something, say something tip line, and they're like, yeah, there's like 3 guys with M16s walking around. You should really. Anyway, yeah, that happened. Failed coup attempt.
Y'all was going in.
That was probably the quietest me and Dorian have ever been on some real shit.
You really had no backup for that bit. That was nothing.
Y'all was backing each other up and like, all right, well, y'all got this.
And you saw how bad it went. You guys got to pitch in a little bit.
This is all of 2020 for them, I guess.
It was an interesting part of 2020, man.
This is like Voltron. We need all you guys in here to really make a bit work.
Oh, fuck. That was,
So the great Mike Tyson came back in 2020.
Oh, wait, are we done with world news, or is there any more world news we want to touch on?
I mean,
is COVID part of world news? I mean,
we kind of talked about it. Like, it started in China.
COVID's just going to keep getting brought back up the whole time.
Around like January, February, you're hearing shit about like China and like racist people over here calling it the Wuhan flu. I worked with a guy.
The Kung flu.
Oh, yeah, that sucked. I worked with a guy who was just trying to be contrary. It's like, why can't we call it the Wuhan flu? That's where it started. Like, shut up. It's not even a flu. The scientists already came up with a name for it.
I mean, we got to talk about how Trump was just denying it at all these times.
Oh, yeah.
Trump also said that you could get rid of it by drinking disinfectant.
Injecting disinfectant or
chloroquine or whatever.
Hydrochloroquine or whatever. Hydrochloroquine, which was it is, I don't know if it works on COVID. It doesn't, but like it's a real drug, but they couldn't find it, so they're just drinking like fish tank cleaner. Them being like weird Trumper right winger guys.
There also was the idea that maybe just light. You know what I'm saying?
The UV light.
The UV light.
Yeah. I heard that from like 5 people that like this thing's not even going to be around when summer comes because the temperature.
I mean, because Trump said that.
Oh, there was also the Hong Kong riots.
Oh, God damn! Fuck. What the fuck? I forgot that happened this year. Yeah, I don't. Again, that's another thing. Like, I know it happened and I know what they were doing, but I don't know why. It's like the Hong Kong being an independent state wore out. Like, that contract ended and they didn't want to be part of China, but China's like, hey, you get to be part of us now in like a different legal way. And they didn't want that to happen. I don't really know what
So from what I understand is at one point Britain owned Hong Kong. They westernized it.
Because Britain was very cool and a good country and did a lot of sweet stuff.
Britain did what Britain does.
Because they got to own India and Hong Kong and their shitty little foggy island.
So they owned Hong Kong for a while, and then Hong Kong transitioned to a free state.
Yeah.
And then they ruled themselves for like 100 years, and that contract expired, and then they're supposed to become a part of China after that.
Okay.
Happened.
And then, but people there,
they want to be a part of China?
At least some citizens were like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them. It looked like the fucking Cavs parade on the videos
I've
seen.
I don't know what the political implications of that are. I don't know, like, was it just people who were like, I have to pay 5% more taxes because we're part of China, or was there more to it than that?
Well, I don't think that we really knew over here because China tries to keep everything under wraps. We just had like little get bit videos that I seen.
I feel like
really
we didn't know
up.
over here because understanding like ground level foreign politics is very difficult, and it will always like through any media will always be filtered through one way of looking at it. So I really don't know what the deal is. It sounds like it was probably cool that they did all those riots. That sounds cool. And they had some sick shit they were doing over there.
I feel like they inspired Americans to start rioting over here.
Yeah.
Because this was the first.
This is a good transition to domestic politics where we fucking went wild over here this year in the best possible way. We, bad thing happened. George Floyd got murdered by cops. Extremely bad. What the fuck city was that even in?
Minneapolis?
Yep.
Yeah, Minneapolis. Cops killed a guy last year?
So
he wasn't killed in 2020. I don't think, right?
The cops,
George Floyd. They killed him in 2019.
What are you talking about?
2020.
I thought they killed him in 2019.
Yeah, but the video surfaced
came out
later.
in 2020.
They went to court. I'm looking this up.
You guys are thinking of Ahmaud Ashbury, who got killed.
Ahmaud Ashbury got killed jogging through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of, that one also was like that for sure.
Floyd was after. But just to say,
May 25th, 2020.
The cops went fucking hammer time 2020 on the murdering.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And I don't know if they had like a fucking convention.
Police brutality.
Yeah, they had like a convention. They were like, look, this year, we're going to fuck shit up. All right, guys? We're going to kill. We're going to murder.
He wrote a check for some shit at a corner store, right? Or was it a full-on grocery store?
Yeah, and they thought it was fake.
And they thought it was a fake check, but it ended up being a real check.
Yeah.
And
four cops came. Four cops came for this false check.
Well, actually, 4 cops murdered him because they all were kneeling on him.
Well, I mean, they had to get there first, and 4 of them came for a false check. What do you need 4 cops there for that for?
Right.
This was the first murder procedure. They were like, yo, we're about to do it today. Because that's literally what they did.
Yeah, they choked him out, right?
Yeah, no, for real.
Like they kneeled on his neck
for 8 fucking minutes
until he died.
For 8 minutes.
The in the videos,
which is where the first Chappelle's special came from this year.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
In the videos, you can see that there's also like just weird shit going on in the videos. Like the people that put him onto the medical bed have police badges.
Yeah.
They're not like EMS people. They're like sheriffs driving the ambulance, which is just weird as fuck. Like, when does a sheriff come to pick up a body?
Yeah.
In an ambulance?
Yeah, that's weird as fuck. Like,
so it's like they already knew he was dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, yo, we fucked up. And then they were like, hey, we're going to take the ambulance in the garage and go pick this dude up, see what's going on. We're going to try to save whatever. What was that dude's name? The dude that was on his neck? Derek
Chauvin or some shit.
Yeah, who gives a fuck what his name is?
Yep.
A little bit after this happened, people caught wind of it. They saw the video. Was it body cam or was it like cell phone footage?
Cell phone footage.
Yeah.
Body cam. Come on, man. You got the body cam footage first.
There was also the store footage too.
Yeah. Where was the inside and they were arguing, which I would be fucking yelling too if someone was like trying to arrest me and I gave them a legitimate check.
Right.
I mean, also you can see in the video, like when they're arresting him, he's not even like irate.
Yeah, he's like,
and then like by the time he gets on the other side of the car, they have him like on the floor kneeling on him. Like, what the fuck happened in between?
Right. Yeah.
Where he was standing there like a normal person to you just fucking kneeling on his neck to kill him. And why you gotta kneel on him that long? Just
there is
out.
such a culture of that in policing. It's fucking wild. About just like turning off your cam. Like now that like, great, we give them body cams that they can turn off at any point they want to.
I mean, but police are literally not even like turning off the body cams. Like I've seen videos from 2020 where like police go to like a loud noise complaint and end up beating up like 7 or 8 people.
Well,
it's like a fucking
dumb.
gang fight.
I was talking to, I overheard this conversation. I was waiting in line to sell my plasma last year. And because I was very poor. And
I've done that so many times.
I wanted to go to a concert. And
wait.
I was making enough money to live, but I wanted to go to a concert, so I fucking sold my blood. And there was a cop, like an off-duty cop or whatever, who was like doing security there. There's a black guy, and he was like, I like overheard most of the conversations. Like, no, that's what they tell you, man. You see someone running, you like throw your body cam and say they hit you, and it fell off. Like he was just like telling this to someone in like the line that he was talking to. He was like, yeah, that's what they tell you. Like that's what, like the guy was like, I don't know if they trained like his partner or trained or whatever. He's like, sorry, man, it fell off and I was chasing after him. I don't know what to tell you.
Makes sense.
They should change their little whoop whoop to like gang 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 when they're about to pull you over.
But anyway, the thing that happened there is people saw that and they're like, hey, we're gonna like gather and protest this, basically, in various cities across the country. And the cops showed up to that and started beating the shit out of people.
Well, first they sent in like an incel.
It wasn't even just the George Floyd because they were protesting Breonna Taylor also.
That's important to say too. That was a wild fucking thing where they just
Breonna Taylor was the like George Floyd's crazy, right? Yeah. George Floyd's crazy. Fucking Breonna Taylor was at her house and fucking died on some real shit. Yeah. At her house, done nothing wrong, dead. Like, and then they tried to charge her boyfriend with attempted murder on the fucking police. Like.
They only charged the police with shit that had to do with bullets flying into surrounding houses.
Yeah, it was like
literally
public endangerment or whatever. It's like the same thing. It's like less of a sentence than you get for drunk driving.
That's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Like on some real shit.
They even have the Breonna Taylor law now. You have the Breonna Taylor law.
How do you not charge anybody with murder and make a law after the shit that happened?
Right.
But yeah, I think the public outcry from all that was something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Was just every major city and some.
The last time any fucking riots like that happened was in the 60s.
And let's be real here. These were police provoked riots. Like people were basically just doing like, hey, we're going to march around, say some slogans, maybe like yell at a cop. And the cops just started fucking beating the shit out of people and firing rubber bullets in some places and tear gassing places. I saw some driving through crowds with SUVs.
Literally. Yep. Cracking old people's skulls.
There was like a month straight of every day I just saw a new thing that was like, that's the craziest.
Shooting at people on their front porches.
Yep.
Yeah, telling people to go inside or they're going to fucking start shooting at them.
Instituting fucking curfews.
Without telling people there was a curfew after it was the time that they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And then arresting them for violating said curfew that they just announced.
Yeah, David got fucking arrested here.
David got arrested this year. Yeah.
Friend of the pod, David, for nothing, basically just being there.
Yeah, for kneeling in front of a police officer.
Yeah.
And not moving, pretty much.
Like,
and then fucking.
It wouldn't have been okay, but you'd expect him just to get hit with a fucking stick and he runs off. But like, they fucking arrested him.
You expect him to get hit.
He was arrested by undercover.
You shouldn't expect him to get hit with a stick.
Like, if you do some shit in this country,
2020, expect to get hit with a stick.
And this is all. I feel like this was a really weird thing too, because this was probably one of the high points of like COVID lockdown. And it was one of the
middle of COVID. It's a whole pandemic going on behind everything that we saying.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that really did take some of the pressure out of the movement. I think like there's a lot of people who were like, well, it was a weird thing.
Yeah, I would argue that it added to the pressure of the movement. Right.
Here's what it did. It made it happen, but I think that's why it also fizzled out without really accomplishing much. Is because you had a lot of people who were just like, fuck it, I don't have work. I got fucking fired or laid off because of this virus, or I can't do anything else. And like, I keep seeing all this fucked up shit happening. Let's go protest or march or whatever. And then also, but I think at some point, and it happened for what, like a full 2 months in various cities.
It was just every day, just going.
Seattle literally lost a neighborhood.
Yeah, the
fucking autonomous zone and shit.
Which was
autonomous zone.
It's a bit of a meme now,
and they charged white people a fee to be in there.
Like that shit,
people just snatching people too.
Jeremy would have been paying the fee because he would have loved to be in there. He would have been like, "Yo, fuck it, man, $10 a day, I got you. I love this. Give me an AK."
Well, the Capitol Hill autonomous zone is a bit of it's a bit of a joke. I think it's kind of stupid, and it ended up that they like the people there who were like their appointed cops just shot some people.
Cool.
What happened, I believe, that some people rolled through the neighborhood and they're like, oh, hey, we're just like the local guys rolling around with guns. We're just going to shoot you. And that pretty much defeated their whole thing immediately. It was kind of interesting to see happen. I
mean, you seen it go in cult mode. You seen it. Like, that's what happens, man. It goes cult mode and then it all turns to shit. They start fucking sacrificing lives and then they got to go down.
Yeah. They got to go down.
They do, man. They do. Once you start sacrificing lives, you out of here, Colt.
But yeah, I think that like at some point you started getting all the people who got sick from going to that shit. And that really just sort of put a needle in that balloon a bit.
Also, before we get off of the riots, we just have to commend people for actually burning a couple police stations.
Yeah, no. I was literally going to say that it was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life. That's some real shit.
I'm not going to go that far.
No,
It was
pretty nice, though.
It was a nice
nice.
picture. It was a nice fucking picture. Like on some real shit.
It was in 4K.
It probably was. It was. It was a great picture. I commend whatever photographer was there watching the rioters.
Put the
I will
Oculus
say,
on and you
I
can
like-
go to protests.
If you want to put
For
on
real?
your conspiracy
Is that
brain,
what you be doing?
and say that the cops did that to burn their own evidence they had in the evidence locker that would have convicted cops for doing crimes. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard someone say that. I'm like, damn, maybe.
I don't know. I went to the protest up here on 130th.
Yeah.
Fucking, and them wasn't no way you were burning that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Like, that bitch was protected.
I feel like
I mean, they had the
There was
National
people
Guard
protesting
here.
outside the Justice
other
Center on New Year's Eve.
I don't know how other
Were there?
police did.
Yep.
I did not hear about that.
There wasn't a lot of people, but like
You
there
ain't
was people
plugged
out
in with
there.
the
though.
committee.
I don't know how other police stations are. Like if there's an older one that might be different, but that one on 130th is very defensible. It's got like fucking arrow slit windows, and you could definitely hold that place down if you needed.
I mean,
to.
I feel like the cops kind of lit their own shit on fire almost
Well,
to be
where
like,
was the
hey,
one that
we're going to
burned
get all
down?
new shit.
Where's the one they burned down? What was that?
It was in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah. Okay.
There was a couple of them.
But I remember the one, at least the one in Minneapolis, was like they left, like it was a tactical retreat.
Yeah.
So they were like, they can burn it down, whatever. That's an acceptable loss. We're not going to lose any more PR by shooting people over this. Was I think the decision there?
Just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah. Do we have any more?
First time I seen it in my life, police stations burned down.
I mean, it's fucking wild. I've never seen.
I watched
any-
a bank get broken into during our protest. That shit was crazy.
that rocks.
Like just on a personal level.
Where are we at with looting? I think looting's good.
I mean,
It depends what
Fuck
you're
'em.
looting.
yeah. Like if you're looting a small business, kind of fuck you. But if you're looting like,
Kind of fuck you, Mr. Small Business Owner. Kind of fuck you. What if they just looted the cart, man?
kind of fuck you.
I mean,
Kinda,
I mean, I'm gonna get my insurance is gonna cover it.
I'm fighting
but still,
for the
kinda.
dogs. I'm fighting for the dogs. You ain't about to lose shit over here. You can pay $2 for this dog.
man, you a vegan.
yeah, definitely fuck the people who are like, they broke into this Target and stole everything. Like,
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
cares?
about no Target.
Fuck Tarjay.
It's called Target. Of course, it's going to be.
Unless you want to sponsor us, Target, we'll take this
No,
out.
I'm not taking Target's money.
I'll
You can
take
keep it. You can keep it if you want. I'm gonna keep bad mouthing Target.
Hey, Connor's going to have to not know about this. If Target comes with the deal, we're taking it.
They do have some of the worst shoplifting policies there. Of any.
Can you imagine just
company.
walking through Target hearing Not Your Average Hipsters playing on the Target radio?
Yeah, I've heard that they. I don't know if this is 100% true, but I've definitely heard from a couple different people that if you shoplift, like they catch you shoplifting, like I don't know, like every time you go there, you take a stick of gum and just pass it in your bag. They wait until that's a felony amount and then charge you.
What?
So they can hit you with a felony. It's like, here's the security footage for every time this person's stealing, like, I don't know, $50 or whatever constitutes a felony amount.
I just know Walmart has that no chase policy.
Walmart is a fucking free state as far as I'm concerned. That is well documented on
I've
this
never
podcast.
tried it, but I want to so bad. But like,
Come to Steel Yard, dude. Come down to Steel Yard.
Don't go to Steel Yard. You ain't the complexion, buddy. They watching for you.
Okay.
And they got
Exactly.
they got the football player cops in the Steel Yard.
Let me know some small items you want, and I got your
Small
back,
items?
man. Yeah,
My dude's gonna body cam up to show you how he gets
I'm
your
gonna get the
small
GoPro.
items for free.
I'm gonna get the GoPro.
You're like, sir, what are you doing with that camera on your chest? Like, don't worry about it, man. I'm a YouTuber.
Yo, that's the funniest one. Can we make that a YouTube? Like, just you stealing?
All right, 2020 pop culture break. Everybody in the world, at least in Netflix world, learned about Luca Magnotta and Don't Fuck with Cats on the internet.
I feel like this is very isolated because
My
you're the
mom watched
only
that
person
shit,
who's
too.
ever talked to me about this before.
I did a
watched
whole
it.
podcast on it.
I've told everybody about that shit.
So if you love us, you know about Luca Magnotta too.
If you're a devoted fan.
Connor.
If you are that devoted fan,
Hey, okay, I had this thought today, right? So I've been looking, right? We always get this one viewer in the UK, and I just want to talk about you for 1 second. I still see you. You know what I'm saying? Share us with your boys.
All 2020, we love you.
Yo,
International.
if we get a big UK following, we could
Move to the UK.
do a tour.
Why not?
I would love to do a show in Leeds.
If they
fuck this
called
person's
us, if
from.
the UK called us 2021, UK calls us and it's like, hey, we want you to do a live radio show in the UK. Will you guys move over here? We're moving.
Oh yeah. If it's a live radio show like that, but like a tour, yeah, they're not gonna let it.
Boy, you fucking Tulsa. Give us some more listens.
See, we're not gonna do that.
Unsubscribe.
We're not gonna be giving them. Our
That's what
fake
they love.
Cockney
The
accents
UK
and
is a
shit.
masochistic culture. They want to be made fun of. That's their whole shit. Trust
Bloody.
me. There you go.
2020 sports break.
Was that the whole thing? Was that the whole pop culture thing?
I mean, that was just the pop culture break. We went there, you know. I just had to get us up
I don't
off
get
of where
this
we
new
were.
segment. I don't get this new sort of.
Oh, it wasn't a segment. It was a
It's like little
segue.
fast breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not a segue either.
Sports break. So the greatest sports thing to happen all year, Mike Tyson creating the Legends Only League and fighting Roy Jones Jr., which also brought us YouTuber Jake Paul fighting retired NBA star Nate Robinson.
No, I was about to say. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. That's.
I wanted to say Nate Williams so fucking bad,
Why?
and I knew it wasn't the right name, so it took me a minute. I apologize.
I feel like any
love you
small
guys.
talk I've had that lasts longer than half an hour, you know, if you just like have to talk to someone for like a thing and you're waiting, I feel like that topic has come up every single time of the, was it Jake Paul fighting that guy?
Jake Paul,
That is like such a big story. Everyone wants to talk about that.
he punched the fuck out of that dude. He fought him and only hit him 8 times.
Uh-huh.
The whole
And he
fight.
Knocked him the fuck out.
Knocked him out. He fell 3 times?
It was either 3 of the 8 times or 5 of the 8 times.
Yeah.
Either way.
It wasn't a fight.
So the YouTuber beat up the NBA player.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then challenged Conor McGregor to a fight.
Which
No, I thought that was his brother that challenged him. To
nothing, I want
Was it his brother?
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't tell them
I know
apart.
whoever
They
did-
are the same person.
Whoever did it, like, insulted his girlfriend or whatever.
Conor McGregor's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He said that she's a 4.
Which, like, I don't want that motherfucker. Like, I don't care if you
Like,
insult
Conor
someone's
McGregor's gonna
girlfriend,
kill him now.
really. But I just want that guy to get all of his teeth knocked out.
Conor
Like, I
McGregor
want to
said
look
he's
like a
not rich enough to
cartoon.
fight him.
I do just want to mention the fact that, like, it might be a potential that their parents cloned the first one.
Might be.
Like, because they're the same person.
If
Is
they
that-
look the same.
Like, if you say all white people look alike, like, that is the white people I think about.
Is that something
Dude.
that people have said?
They're
Or is
just
that,
brothers.
yeah,
They-
what the
they-
fuck are you talking
They
about?
have
They're
the
the-
same parents.
do we have
Okay.
to give Jeremy, like, 8th grade science
I
again?
don't. Okay, look. I've never seen brothers that look so fucking similar.
I have.
Like-
It's freaky
like, they're like
sometimes.
damn
Are
near
you sure y'all are
twins.
twins?
All the
Yeah.
brothers you know don't got the same dad.
Right.
Jesus. I'm glad Antoine's around here to say that, because I'm not.
It was good. It was good. So I just want to say this about that whole fight, right? About the
Yeah.
Legends Only League, about Mike Tyson. I just want to build my notoriety to the Mike Tyson level where I could come out old man body and everything, and people are still terrified as fuck of me and pay
I don't think he
$59.99.
had old man body though.
He got old man body.
So I think, like, modern fucking the way people understand bodies right now, we're at the point that if you are a peak athlete and, like, know what you're doing, you can always kind of look good. Like, if you're already like a bodybuilder, fitnessy type, like, science is just at the point where you're like, we can keep you looking pretty good forever.
Roy Jones is like when your dad takes off his shirt and you realize, like, well, my dad ain't as strong as I thought he was. Like, you see no definition. You're like, all right, Dad, I see you out here strong, man. That's how they looked.
I could have beat this nigga ass all
But,
this
like,
time.
old people didn't used to look like that. Old people just used to look like old people, even if they used to be like athletes or boxers or whatever. I just think we're at the point now where we understand how, like, muscle groups and fitness routines and how to eat and shit, that if you really care about that, you can, like, look surprisingly good for an insanely long time.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, I'm just saying, is a warrior. Modern day warrior.
I'm saying he could still be, like, tough and strong or whatever, like 40 years ago, if he was born 40 years ago, but he would not look like he looks now. He, like, looks way better than he would have looked any point in history previously.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
To be his age?
Yeah, to be that age and look that good, like that's like a 2020. That is a like post-millennium sort of old man body. You can't have that before then. That's all. I feel like I'm spending too much time on this. Someone else say something. Please. Please take my bit.
Well, you were speaking pretty fluently there. The WWE was considered essential and was able to keep performing.
That shit made me so bad. I stopped watching wrestling this year. It was too tiresome. Because if you there's something they needed to do, which was take the crowds out. You can't have that many people getting together in one space because of the whole virus. Also, if there is no crowd when you watch wrestling, it just makes it look like you're watching a very specific porn video. Like if you don't have the crowd chanting and the visuals, like the people in the stands, and you're just watching two people in a fucking ring with no other sound happening, it's like you're watching a very specific fetish video.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah,
and
really
they still
sad.
do their whole entrance. They be like putting their hand to their ear, like,
yeah, the way
who's in the
WWE.
crowd, baby?
So like
That's fucking bananas.
There's two major wrestling companies that I've not watched either of them for the last few months, but at the kind of the big point in the pandemic, WWE was doing it where there was no one in the audience or no sound faces of people's webcams in the audience, like that kind of thing, you know? And they were doing the entrances still the same way, like Antoine was saying.
Yeah, horrible.
That was
horrible.
Fucking
part of,
insane to watch someone do like a 3-minute entrance to the ring with just their music and no other sound, like no piped in like audience sound. It was insane.
That is bananas.
The other wrestling company did it. It was still weird to watch, but it was a little bit better, where they only had like seats right around the ring and it was spaced out other wrestlers who were like getting chants going and stuff, which was like weird, but it like was at least like not silent. There was someone for the people in the ring to kind of perform to.
Right.
Which made it less like I was like on Pornhub looking for like that one thing you really need to watch. Like, damn, if I could see like a big muscle guy put through a table right now. Like,
so like
That's what you look up on Pornhub?
no, I'm playing a character who is like, that is the thing that person needs.
I got something to add to the sports side of things.
Yeah, I still got some sports.
Okay. The XFL got sold to The Rock, right?
Well, the XFL didn't get sold to The Rock. That's what was my actual next sports thing. The XFL was discontinued, and then The Rock bought it
Okay.
Why'd he buy it?
because he's
Because
about
they
to
sold
bring
it
it
to
back.
him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a much more sympathetic figure than
He's like, no, they didn't sell it to him. He bought it.
So I just said, okay. I was like, I'm not about to argue this. Like,
I feel like The Rock is a much more sympathetic figure for the American public than Vince McMahon. Because
He's not going to draw that big of an audience to the XFL.
he's the biggest actor in the world.
So? He's not making a movie about the shit.
Like weight wise, or
Yeah, both weight-wise and monetarily, he's the biggest actor. Very small thing, but did you hear that story about how he got stuck behind his gate going to film a movie this year? Like the gate, at like his entrance gate in his home, and it didn't work. And so he ripped it off. He ripped it off the hinges and like moved it so he could get his car out of his house.
I thought you were going to say he tried to squeeze.
It was like
That's
a
a lie.
Stuck.
that
maybe.
does sound like some PR bullshit.
he's like fucking Hercules or something.
Yeah, because
Maybe he is.
it was
Have you
such a
seen this guy?
stupid thing. Because
He was Hercules.
this is what makes me
And
think
he was a Scorpion King.
this is what makes me think he's running for political office, because the way he worded it was a tweet, and the way he worded the tweet was like a picture of like his big ass mansion with like the gate like sitting next to the thing, like it had been
He was like, I get shit done.
Well, no, it was like I couldn't bear to let all those. I was going to film my movie, and I couldn't bear to let all those production crew and the producers and the director wait around.
Well, no,
I didn't. That was like how he worded
That's
it.
very honorable of him.
Yeah, but like it's obviously like that's the thing you point to if you're going to run for a public office and be like, he's a man who gets things done.
See, this is what you like.
I think you're wrong on what he's angling for with that. He's been doing that whole like he's a life coach shit for a while. Where like he's like
He's
in the
ripping off gates.
He's like in the self-help realm, right? Like he like sells shirts and shit like that.
He makes more money than this. Like
I think you guys are all wrong. I think he's committing insurance fraud.
yeah. The fucking Rock, the highest paid actor in Hollywood, needs a couple more, needs like $1,000 for his gate.
Yo, that was good one. Good one. All right.
But no, I think that's one of those things that you point to that, like, later down the road in the campaign. It's like, listen, even before he was running for office, he was an honorable person that didn't let people waste their time or whatever. That seems like a very calculated thing to me.
I would love to keep talking about The Rock. We should move on to election shit because the election happened this year as well.
The election, Bernie Sanders dropped out of the election this year.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Is like he was essentially cheated again this year because all of his opponents fucking dropped out.
All the opponents dropped out, and then he was peer pressured into saying thousands of people would die going to vote for you, so you need to drop out. And because he's a good person, he did.
And then they were like, mail-in voting.
Yeah. And then everyone gets to say, well,
That was a new thing.
Bernie Sanders didn't win, so you have no right to complain. Well, you have to vote for Joe Biden.
Nah, man. And then my thing is,
no matter who.
He endorsed Joe Biden, though.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's what you did.
What was he supposed to do?
Here's the
what was he
thing.
gonna do? Endorse Donald Trump?
Did not endorse anybody.
Everyone who
I
is
feel that too, though.
everyone who's a
But he's in politics. Like
everyone who was a real advocate for Bernie Sanders knew he was he was running as a Democrat and everything that meant, which is he is not the guy who is going to start his own party or separate the Democratic Party, because I think at the end of the day, he's a pragmatist and he wants to make the world a better place.
Yo, if they would let him run independent, he would win.
They would let him. He's not the person who would do that.
He would win, though.
I don't even know if he would win, because I don't think you realize how
he'll get a lot of votes.
Yeah, he would get a lot of votes. At the end of the day, and this is true, he would siphon off more votes from the Democrats, which is just the thing that they would need to put a nail in the coffin of an independent party for the next fucking however long. Was they made us get Trump again, so you guys are evil people for voting independent.
Yeah, but okay, like that's the entire argument against ever having any kind of third party ever.
Now you're getting it.
Like,
yeah, there's never, think about every Republican president, or like just for the sake of argument, think of every Republican president we've had since Reagan. Every single person you could make the argument of, or even including Reagan, that this is the end of democracy or whatever. Like every one of those people is legitimately as big of a threat as Trump is and did and was. Like Bush Sr., CIA spook trying to run the country like the fucking like intelligence agencies. Fucking
Junior?
Bush Jr., the fucking puppet of his dad in the fucking government state, was groomed to be president and had no right doing it. For the first term, the second term, he was like getting our country shoveling resources in a war he wasn't going to win. And then we had Trump as the next Republican.
He showed us how he runs all of his businesses.
Which is like, according to any liberal, or is the fucking Antichrist reborn. Like there's never been a time we could vote against someone who is not a threat to democracy. So I just think it's fucked up that like there's never going to be a way.
I mean, I feel like we're just at the point of war.
I think like
you always say that.
Though I think we're starting to see the cracks around the edges. I think those George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Black Lives Matter kind of protests happened. Yes, because like the police state is fucking murdering people, but also there's no support from up high to be like, hey, we're going to try. No one was even going to say, hey, we're going to try and fix this. Even when fucking Obama was president, there wasn't really any support from up there.
Did they cancel the
Who
Olympics?
gives a fuck about the Olympics? I don't even know.
yeah, they definitely canceled the Olympics though. Because I seen them, I literally seen a meme about it the other day. They were like,
What?
they're like fucking 2020 Olympics was canceled.
There's gonna be a year in the
fucking
future.
Dickheads Jamaican bobsled right to hell. I don't care.
18.
I know.
You don't see black people like that either.
Okay, let them regular bobsled right to hell.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a year, 18 years from now, where we're missing fucking Olympic contestants now because no Olympic babies were made this year.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? There's gonna
Because
be so
the
many
Olympics-
kids this year.
No, the Olympics, they have like put all the athletes in like a housing together, and they say they just party and fuck the whole time.
Yeah.
So what
are
you're
they
saying is
making?
there's-
Are they making
those kind of
the
things.
generational athletes are
Yeah.
not going to be okay.
Yeah, because that's
Well,
how
they would-
that's how Michael Phelps was made.
They would be there would be genetic freaks because it's like a weightlifter and like a figure skater
That's why
hooking
they
up.
added things
but
to the
they
Olympics,
can't
like
those aren't
breakdancing.
traits that go well to a sport.
Right, and but no, some of them are because fucking there's weird fucking sports in the goddamn Olympics where it's like, yes, you need just a very strong calf and then your arms. That's it. Like, so then there was the debates, right? The debates.
The great
Do you
2020
really want to
debate.
call them the debates?
They were.
Come on, man.
What did they debate?
Come on, man.
What did they debate?
That's all I can really remember. Is fucking.
Back in my day,
So this guy with a mask on.
my
over here.
dad drove
Back to race.
my father drove the biggest car, and that's where I learned
Hold
to
on,
be a politician.
hold on, sir, hold on.
The biggest
Sir,
car. I tell you, they don't make cars
Your
like
2
these.
minutes is up.
8 miles
Sir,
long was the cars
can
that I
you-
drove.
can you
And
stop?
my dad could drive a car.
And have you seen his mask?
Mr. President.
Where's the biggest mask?
Holy shit, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in that debate where Trump was roasting him for how big Joe Biden's mask was. The
Or when he
funniest
looks
thing.
across the stage like, where's Hunter at? Like, dude, what are you doing?
what are you doing?
What is this?
That is what I wanted from Trump. That was really good political
My
theater.
dude was like, knuckle up.
And then
Proud boy, stand by.
Yeah, no, stand
my
back,
God.
stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
what the
Hey, I
fuck?
like how we're just quoting this. This is good.
And fucking like it
That's what the debates was.
the whole debates was also just fucking like Trump being like, hey, you support this good thing, and fucking Joe Biden be like, shut up, man, no I don't.
Joe Biden was like, do you support the new Green Deal? Joe Biden was like, no.
Yeah,
Do you support Medicare for all? No, I don't.
Then Joe's like, or Donald Trump's like, what? Did you hear that? And then they're like, hey, what did you say? You said you don't support it? He's like, no, I don't support it. I support the Biden plan. And y'all don't know the Biden plan yet. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Do you support the police? Yes, I stand by the police. Oh, they're not gonna like that very much, Joe. They're not gonna like that very much.
if there was a high school debate, like a high school debate team, and someone was like, well, based on your line of thinking, you would support this. And they're like, no, I don't. I support the Connor plan. They would throw you out. They'd be like, no points, you
What the
lose.
fuck is the Connor plan?
And I can't tell you about that yet because I'm going to tell it to you once I'm president.
Elect me and you'll have the counter plan.
You lose this debate. That's a weak argument.
He's gonna tell us the Biden plan. That's just gonna suck. Like yo.
Well, it's going to be one of those things like if you live in a impoverished community and you went to college and you it's going to be all this shit to the point where it's like 3 people in the country meet the requirements. Then you get like a
To
discount.
eat McDonald's with Joe Biden.
Yeah, then you get to go to McDonald's. It'll limo to pick you up with Joe Biden. You go to McDonald's.
He's there at 5 a.m. with all the other old people getting
Did
free
you ever have
coffee and shit.
those things at school where it's like if you sell the most candy, we'll take you to the
the
McDonald's.
fundraisers?
Yeah, but the prize was always. I remember the prize one time. It was always like this was we'll pick you up in a limo and you get to go to the McDonald's drive-through.
Damn, y'all was lit. They were like, we'll bring you McDonald's to the auditorium.
I only remember one year a limo was involved. I was like, what was the thought process there? I remember that. That's literally the fanciest thing a kid could think of.
I mean, no, but kids will be lit to just get in a limo.
Yeah. It works.
And go to McDonald's?
Yeah, we had a limo come to career day one time.
For what? Being a limo driver?
Yeah. But we had to hang out in the limo for a second.
I am a chauffeur.
Yeah. You see this back here?
That guy didn't want to do it, but this kid begged him like, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, dude,
You
I
see
don't
this
wanna bring the limo.
luxurious bench seating and a complimentary bottle of champagne. You will see none of this. You'll be driving this. You'll be providing the
be in the
service for
front.
someone else.
Yo, it would have been super lit if Tia and Tamara's dad pulled up, though.
Or the guy from Die Hard who has the limo who's
The
like
actor?
rocking out.
But as like Tia and Tamara's dad, like because he owns a limo company, he pulls up.
Why wouldn't he just come as an actor? It's career day.
Because it's cooler that he owns a limo company and has Tia and Tamara as daughters.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're getting that from TV. No, I drive a limo.
Limo driver.
Stay in character.
Tia and Tamara hop out old as fuck. Like, hey, you guys are Tia and Tamara. Like, yeah, we're still in high school.
His career day's gone off the rails. I was just seeing people talk about this online. Did you ever have that thing where people came to your school to do presentations on their weird hobby?
Yes, for sure. Where
Yeah,
like,
it was like,
it was like a bug guy or like the
a
yo-yo
snake guy, yo-yo guy. There's like a karate guy.
I was thinking more of like show and tell when motherfuckers
No.
would come and do some shit.
There was like a thing where they'd have like a little presentation.
You had the snake out
This
the
is
anaconda?
Definitely just in grade school. I only remember this happening in grade school. It was like, we're either going to come to your class or come to the auditorium. And
Sometimes they try to sell you some shit.
yeah.
That was the yo-yo guy.
That was
for
the
sure.
yo-yo guy. But he was lit with the yo-yos. I'll tell
I
you
found
what.
out that there was a guy who did that for like most of North America. He was like the, I don't know, Duncan or whatever yo-yo salesman.
Uh-huh.
And his son is a world champion yo-yoer who's like a legend in professional yo-yoing.
That's true. People found out about him in 2022, so that's sticking with it. Pop culture break. Go ahead. Keep going now.
My brother used to be really into yo-yoing, and I already knew that guy before that Netflix show came out, and he was pretty good. His music sucked, though. I don't know why they bothered putting that in that
Hey,
stupid TV
he
show.
literally was like, I'm retiring from yo-yoing
To pursue my music career,
To
it
pursue my
sounds
music career.
kind of like Creed or something, like a shitty butt rock band.
That is the craziest sentence I've ever heard. I'm retiring from yo-yoing.
Well, he got too
To
old. He
pursue
was
my-
like 23. He was too old to yo-yo.
Word.
Oh, I thought you were about to say he was like 60.
It's all these
wait.
I
He
hate to say-
played his song during his last yo-yo
yeah, that was,
routine.
he orchestrated his own
It was
last
the
yo-yo
saddest
show.
shit I ever seen in
But
my life.
the song sucked, right? The song is awful.
The whole
wait.
scene was sad.
When you say it was sad, you mean like
but it was like
a
it was the
tearjerker
kind of
sad, or was like
a
this
cringe.
is just
I want to keep this focus on the music this kid made because it was kind of like it was like one of those like butt rocky pop rock
Wow,
songs.
you're just really going
But it
hard
had
on
like a
his
dubstep break in it. I'm pretty sure it
It
had
had
like
a scat break?
No, a dubstep break. It had like a synth break in the middle. It was like Imagine Dragons or something. And he's like, I'm really passionate about my music.
Hey, that's when he was going in though, doing like the Double Impossible Loop Back 3 or some shit.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
he was a great yo-yo guy. He was not a great
flinging the
musician.
yo-yo.
He's not an innovative musician, I would say.
Then there was the phone call where Trump tries to fucking to Georgia. Did you guys hear that at all?
Remind me about this.
All right, so it just happened like within the last week or so.
shit
Fucking
happened like 2 days ago.
no, I thought it happened while it was still 2020.
Oh, whatever. Let's talk about it.
Pretty much Trump called fucking Georgia and was like trying to convince the governor and the fucking Secretary of State and shit to be like, no, like, but like just give me some votes. Pretty much. Like,
He asked for 11,000 votes.
yeah.
Make those votes happen. That'd be great.
So like he like brought up like all like these big versions of votes, and then like he's like, but I'm not even gonna argue with you about those because like all I need is 11,000, right? So like if we could just find a way to prove that there's 11,000 fucking fraudulent votes.
Let's back up real quick because I feel like we went
Backing it up.
from debates to Joe
Yeah, we
Biden
didn't
won the
even finish
election.
the debates. We
And
went
I was
on
like-
pop culture break, and then you're like, yeah.
We had the big election. Joe Biden won by a fairly slim margin that wasn't even being able to tell if he really won on election night.
Well, hold on. This is what happened. Republicans say Joe Biden cheated.
Okay. I was going to get to that. Here's what happened. No, we're on election night.
Yeah,
now.
he went to election night.
Well, we never even brought up that Trump got COVID either. Trump got COVID amidst all of this.
Trump got COVID. There was that really insane period where you couldn't see Joe Biden on camera for like a month. Like they were just not posting any videos of him anywhere. He wasn't making any public
Joe
appearances.
Biden died. They cloned him. He's back. And Trump caught COVID.
Are
all
you
within a
reciting one
month.
of your predictions from last year? or
No,
something?
this is
Oh.
what happened.
This is what happened.
This is 2020.
This is Jay Biden now. It's a different Biden. Joe Biden too.
No, this is Joe Biden, but it's spelled J-O.
Like a woman.
Jack off Biden.
All right. Started jacking off this episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's on a roll.
Mainly from Antoine.
Getting punchy on my second Genesee cream ale.
All right, so then
Stimulus checks.
No, we're still in the election. You
Well,
can't.
it happened before the election, though.
Yeah, stimulus checks came out.
Yeah,
early.
that was COVID news. We all, not we all. Some people got $1,200.
A lot of people got $1,200.
And that was cool.
And then they baited us.
And that was cool.
They baited us forever.
Every other fucking country we consider to be like an equal economic level got way more money.
And equal?
Like,
we
you know
think
what-
we're better than these countries.
Right.
Yeah. Every other country we think to be like a quote unquote first world country
Third world country.
got way more money than we did to their citizens. Like,
I mean,
A
even
month.
even third world countries did.
yeah.
A month, though.
And let's be real. Let's be real. Like, place like Cuba and shit handled the fucking virus way better.
Yeah, you can make a lot of fucking criticisms of it, but China, the place where it was started, its epicenter, fucking already has their shit handled. And they
I
can
think they're lying.
I don't know if they're lying.
A COVID-20's out here now.
I've heard reports from people who live there, like Western people who speak English and shit, who live there, who are like, yeah, it's cool. People aren't getting sick that much.
They're like standing 3 feet behind them with
I mean,
their
they were
gun.
wearing masks before all this COVID shit anyway, so.
Like,
They didn't have to convince
people
everybody
who are
to
not in the
like.
news, people who are like calling into a weird podcast, like a weird anarchist podcast I listen to, going like, yeah, it's pretty chill over here.
That's
So-
really just like their friend calling into the podcast. We should start doing that. Just getting in people.
Oh yeah,
Why
Calling.
not?
we have a friend who's an astronaut on the line right now.
Joe, are you there?
What's the link up in space, bud?
We can't count on
We
my
got
kid
Buzz
though.
Lightyear on the phone
Why
here.
not?
Because I was like, you're on the podcast. He was like, oh.
That's pretty funny.
That was kind of funny.
That was gold. Then Jeremy got physically pained. Also funny.
He was excited about that. Want to see Jeremy eat this nut? Hell yeah.
So do we have any other election news?
All podcast hosts want to do is eat hot nut and lie.
Trump still hasn't conceded.
Yeah, he still hasn't conceded.
Yeah,
he still insists
He's
that he
trying
won.
to win still.
On some real shit, though, I don't think he's really like. I think he's just putting up a show. So
Yeah.
the people like. I don't know, the like 15% of Americans who are really behind Trump
He
can still
said-
say like Trump got the election
He
stolen.
said about a week or two ago that he was just going to raise hell for the last 20 days or
Well,
some shit.
he just wants to like spin this into a very lucrative like media career, make his own channel, or like do speaking gigs for like
Nah, he's going to have a TV show.
$1 million a session until he dies.
I bet you this motherfucker tries to create his own like streaming platform.
Well, this is the thing. This is what people said before he got elected, and even after like the votes came in. That was the thing, was that Trump just wanted to make his own channel, to do his own weird news thing, and the running for president was just to give legitimacy and like national platform to Trump as a political figure. And then enough people worked for him who really wanted to win that won the election.
Yeah, he didn't want to win the election.
I don't think he did.
'Cause if you look up that picture of his face the night that when it's announced that he won,
But he had a
you
bunch
look
of these
happy, man.
fucking, like, his election team was like years ahead of who the Democrats had. And
Ron Stone?
it's not Ron,
What's his name?
Robert Stone.
Robert.
His fail son,
Strike that from
Ron
the record.
Stone,
Right. Was it wrong?
invested heavily into Litecoin.
I mean, fuck him. Whatever his name is.
But yeah, he had enough of those kind of like ghouls working for him that got him in there. And I think he was saying the thing that people wanted to hear at the time, or at least less than 50% of Americans wanted to hear at the time, that got him elected. And I think he's probably just going to fall back on that now of like, here's this past Fox News QAnon ass news site or news streaming service or channel where you can just see all the people in the Trump orbit, like fucking Sebastian Gorka is going to have a show where he talks about how the Nazis weren't that bad actually or something.
And that's how he's going to win the
That's
election.
gonna be sick. That's gonna be great to watch. I honestly can't wait till we can get all those over with. Yeah, because election happened. Joe Biden got an embarrassingly low number of votes, but still more than Trump, and he's gonna be the
Still the most ever in voting history.
next president unless he dies before he gets elected.
Sports break.
Go for it. What do you got on sports?
Somebody, NASCAR driver, his name doesn't really even matter. He quit because they banned the Confederate flag from being.
No, his name does matter because his name actually says that he's like a racist because of the way his name is spelled or whatever.
What?
You gotta look him up.
Snack break. What snack did you eat the most in 2020?
Chocolate.
Really? I didn't eat that much chocolate this year.
Purple Doritos.
Oh, the sweet chili?
The sweet chili?
Vegan Doritos.
Those rock. Those are
the
so
best
good.
Doritos.
They're not the best.
Actually.
They're the best Doritos. What's the best Dorito?
What? The best Dorito?
Yeah, what's the best Dorito?
I mean, you got
Snack break.
you
what's
got
the best
nacho
Dorito?
cheese.
Okay, pretty good.
I mean, pretty good. You got spicy nacho.
Yeah, the spicy nacho, yeah.
I think the sweet chili is better than the spicy nacho, for real.
Oh, I think you're a tree.
You are insane. You ever had the original Doritos that are kind of taco-y flavored? Not great. Bad.
No. Did you know?
Cicerelli?
Racist.
Racist Sorelli.
Oh, come on.
Racist Sorelli.
That's funny.
Yo,
Sorelli.
on the snack break topic, I got really into French onion dip
You
this
said it
year.
like you didn't even hear it.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at first.
He was like racist Sorelli.
Right.
I've been making my own French onion dip,
Oh, making your own.
like from scratch.
Can you
know?
make me some vegan French onion dip?
I would need to sub out the mayonnaise and sour cream
For tofu.
for something.
For
Because
veganese, they got veganese.
yeah, I would need to use that maybe, and then some sort of sour cream alternative, because you really need that acidity from that to make it work. But it could be done. I think it could be done. To answer your question, no, not right now.
All right. So
But
Yeah, racist irrelevant.
I need to get a loan from Whole Foods for 2 items before I can do that.
So let's redo that. All right.
More like whole paycheck. Am I right, guys? Hey.
NASCAR racer, racist Sorelli.
One more time, Dorian.
break.
No, I know you got that in you. Let me hear it one more time. Yo.
NASCAR racer, racist Sorelli. Quit.
You really got to accentuate the T on racist, or it just sounds like you're saying Ray twice.
All right. NASCAR racer, racist Sorelli.
Oh, that was good.
For the NASCAR banning the Confederate flag.
Well, how about it?
Damn, I'm impressed, guys. That was good.
that was actually legit. Yeah.
Take us to the big leagues.
You should go on Saturday Night Live and do their whatever the fuck their stupid
should
shit
not.
is.
I watch that shit and I'd be like, how are they not nervous? I see them reading the cue cards, but how are they keeping their shit together and still be able to be funny?
I would have to.
I would argue that they sub out being funny and are in fact not funny.
I would
And they
have to know literally what the card said first. Like I would have to be able to read them for like a day or two, so I don't have to read the teleprompt. I would just need to know what I was saying.
I mean, that's what they do. They do give them the scripts beforehand.
Yeah, they make a very They make a very bad show because they have to write it every single week, unlike every other TV show. And they get,
so with 2020 review,
they get people like
SNL was bad.
SNL was pretty good though.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
SNL was okay according to the
2 out of 4.
Yeah.
2 are undecided. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. SNL.
I didn't see anything about
the
SNL.
institution of Saturday Night Live is always bad. Sometimes they luck out and hire funny people for it.
I mean, I'm not saying every episode.
Sometimes you get a hilarious person to roll through, like fucking like Bill Murray or like Chris Farley or like
Chris Rock was on SNL, right?
Yeah.
Eddie
So
Murphy?
I think I know your calling, man.
What?
You need to be a competition game show judge.
Yeah, let's do it. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, because like,
and the judges say,
because I don't do anything, but I'm very judgmental.
Yeah, no matter, like, you gotta be like a fortune fire judge because,
oh my god, that's my
like 3
favorite
of them
TV
don't
shows.
even know anything about like making a sword, but they're a judge.
ABS
like,
certified bladesmith Jay Nielsen. Doug Marcaida, the third guy.
the third guy.
The third guy that they switch out occasionally.
The guy who looks like an edgy Colonel Sanders.
Oh my god.
He looks like a steampunk Colonel Sanders.
No, yeah, but I think that'll fit you perfect.
Dude, I would love that. I have a set of Fortune Fire as seen on
Because you
TV
critique
kitchen
shit
knives.
to like the hardest degree. Like Dorian's like, they had a couple good episodes. You're like, no, listen, you get a couple good
Larry
actors.
wasn't there. Eddie Murphy wasn't there. Damn that, Floyd.
We gotta sue. If it comes
No, I'm just
down,
saying, sometimes there's some funny people in the current SNL lineup, but that does not. That SNL just happened to hire some funny people, and they have a whole other set of writers or
so
whatever.
if you had the executive decision to take SNL off the air and replace it with a show, what would you replace it with?
I
Mad
would
TV.
any of the weird New York podcasts that I listen to, I would just let them make it, and it'd be a mess, and everyone would hate it except like 20 people. It'd be like the Dana
You're gonna
Carvey
make
show.
a worse SNL?
Yeah.
I would make a more. It
That's
would
what
be
he
the
said.
same quality.
It would be more artistic.
It would be the concept of it would be way funnier.
What do you think is the most exciting moment of 2020? Like, what was the moment that you would say was the most
Dude,
exciting?
the fucking riots, that police station getting burned down.
Yeah,
that was the shit, man.
Most exciting? Right.
Facts. I agree. Completely concur. No debate.
Getting $1,200 from the government was pretty good too. I can't lie, that was nice.
Most exciting though? Yeah, the riots, and then the close second will be Tory Lanez shooting Meg Thee Stallion. And
It
the
happens. Rapper on rapper violence. Canadian on American violence.
There we go.
The WAP music video.
I'm
Most
not gonna lie,
exciting
man.
moment of
No, Ben Shapiro reading the WAP
Oh my
lyrics is
God.
one of the best moments of 2020.
Now we're getting
ass
somewhere.
pussy. Incredible bit.
Wet ass P word.
Fuck. God damn, that was so good.
That was, oh my God, that art. That's fucking art.
That's what he
Pulling out
says
the
to his
real.
wife or whatever it is he fucks at night.
Yeah, for a second, his sister, who is also sort of a right wing figure of some kind, I thought that was his wife for a second. I thought he married his sister in my head
Probably
for a minute.
is.
The most exciting thing of 2020 for me.
Yeah, drum roll.
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Yeah, that's all I really.
They made it to the playoffs.
It's the playoffs as of today, which is I guess 2021 news, but the saga started in 2020. Is there a reason why they're doing well? Or
Like,
is it
my
just
thing
luck?
is, we started off the
that
season.
it?
The
Nah,
world
he's
is
just a
doing
hater.
bad, so Cleveland is actually doing better
Okay,
than the world
really
right
though,
now.
like why are the Browns doing well this year?
We got a new coach.
Is
We
that
have all the
it?
same players. New coach.
Okay.
So I think
When
that's
was the
it.
last time y'all got a new coach?
Don't we have a
Every
new
year.
coach every fucking 2 years?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
the
was
what are you
last one
talking
was
about?
literally a fucking
a
like
used car salesman.
Yeah.
See, but listen to this. All right, this is why you got to be proud of the Browns, right? We started off the season with hella scandals before the season even started. We had Baker Mayfield going around getting his dick sucked by all the random girls, and they put him out on the radio.
So what?
They went on the radio and talked about him.
Did that affect this game?
I thought it was going
I
to
mean,
affect
his
his
game
game. I thought it was going to
batteries
affect his game. And then you also had the scandal of the wide receiver superstar getting pooped on, liking to get pooped on by
So
dirty
what?
girls.
That's his business. Somebody put him out there.
Again, he's probably more relaxed for having that happen to him. He's like, his head's in the game.
Let these niggas get in their zone so they can play the game.
Yo, if someone wants to consensually poop on you, that's none of my business.
Right. I ain't got nothing to say to you about that.
I'm just saying
Because I wouldn't know that Antoine
If you want
does
to
that at home.
consensually get your shit sucked and get pooped on, that's not my concern.
all I'm saying is they overcame that.
That's not a thing to overcome, is what we're saying. It sounds like you're having like good weird sex. Good for you. Go for it.
Okay.
That's
okay.
not-
I mean,
that's-
public shaming is something to overcome, but I guess it's not now.
You're making a bunch of money on an NFL team. It's cool.
I mean,
How do they
obviously.
feel about it right now? It seems like they're doing good.
Yeah, he probably like, went to,
Odell's not doing that good. He ain't playing. But
he probably went to the fucking locker room and they're like, "Damn, dude, you're a freak." He's like, "Yeah, I am. Great." And the story like, "Wow, what a travesty to overcome."
yeah, I am.
All right. I think we're done with 2020.
Do you have a most exciting moment?
No, most exciting moment. Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump joining forces.
Dude, that
What?
shit is
for
hilarious.
$2,000 checks
Yes.
for people.
Yes, no. Most exciting moment was when Bernie actually busted out fucking Donald Trump's tweet in
On
a
the
giant
Senate
fucking cardboard printout on the Senate floor. He's like, $2,000. He says it right there.
My
fucking hilarious. I could listen to that guy go, for fucking forever. For fucking
Trump's
ever.
impeaching Impeachment, most exciting moment of the year.
My man's went to Kinko's and got himself some giant ass shit to put on boards to show to the Senate.
We can't.
And that's why he's my president. I'm gonna vote for him when he's 85 or whatever.
We also added some shit people to the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. That's a huge one.
We added.
I thought Brett Kavanaugh happened in 2019.
ACB. We got ACB on the courts.
19. Being an adult must.
They
really
want to
suck.
make. They want to make you fucking bury fetuses in a full funeral service now or whatever.
That happened here in Ohio.
That was an Ohio thing.
Sign that in the law today.
You got to do a cremation or a funeral service for your.
A lot more weed got legalized in 2020 around the United States. It was decriminalized a lot of places. They decriminalized all drugs in Oregon.
We're at the part of the podcast now where, you know, when you're like packing to move.
Yeah, we're just
and
shoving
you
shit
see
in.
another thing in the corner that you're just putting in a box that you already had a category on. We're like, oh, fuck. Gotta throw this in
This
here.
is the director's cut.
There was like the murder hornets for like half a second. That nothing ever
murder
happened.
hornets.
That was stupid. No one. That was a false flag. That was a false flag news story. Murder
I
hornets.
thought that was going to scare us over to COVID. Like, nah, nigga.
I was looking for them motherfuckers. I couldn't find them.
For what?
They weren't even supposed to be here. They were like on like the extreme west
Right.
coast.
Or in the South, I think they said.
Okay.
In the
In
South.
hot places. Not in Cleveland.
What did the people who thought COVID died in heat think was happening in the South or like Australia or whatever, like where it's a different like season? They just think they didn't get it there. God, that was such a stupid line of thought.
Oh yeah, Florida just like kept their beaches open for forever at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, until everybody started getting COVID.
Okay. I got a thing for us to do.
No,
I got a thing for us to do. What is your personal lesson you learned this year? Like your big takeaway from the year. If you learned like one thing you can distill down, what is? And we can go around and
Never underestimate what the next year will bring.
damn, that is a solid one. Because I thought 2019 was pretty awful, but 2020 fucking sucked shit. We didn't even talk about all the people who died this year. So many people died in 2020.
Good moment of silence there. Good moment of silence. You did. You guys
I mean,
did
he can
great.
easily just make a moment of silence for us.
I mean, but come on now. Show
But yeah,
some
like
respect.
even in the last month, like in this last week, fucking we found out MF Doom died.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck, man.
I was like, damn, wait, MF Doom died on Halloween?
Yeah, and they just told us now.
Right. Yeah, that is wild.
My favorite rapper of all
New
time.
Year's
Just
Eve,
like,
they told us.
Just had to slide that right into 2020.
On the last day.
Yeah.
I get why they did it, though. Like,
I mean, he was a secretive dude. And like,
right. And I mean, I'm sure the
blank.
family wanted to just chill out for a second.
I'm
before they let
blanking, but there's a lot of
everybody
other people who died this year. like,
know. Sean Connery died. Pop Smoke died.
yeah.
Kobe Bryant, like we said earlier.
Kobe.
There's way more than that I can't think of right now.
Fred the Godson. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Fred the
Can't say
Godson.
A lot of rappers died.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rappers.
Bad
King
year.
Von,
Yeah, King
MO3.
Von.
Bad year for rappers.
Yeah, definitely. Dangerous job this year. Skyrocketed to the top of dangerous jobs. They're about to do a Mike
Rappers.
Bro. They're about to do a Mike Bro show reboot for Dangerous Jobs. Rappers gonna be the first
Dirty
episode.
Jobs, he gets on, it's like, I don't like black people. Like that's the end of the episode. Fucking hate Micro. Yeah, so Dorian was, you said don't underestimate how bad a year can get.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is a damn good one.
I would say I learned self-discipline in 2020.
Yeah, you're
Like with being
veganism.
at home so much
And yeah,
time, you have to
you
learn how
became
to.
a vegan this year, right?
Yeah, I became a vegan. Yeah,
And you've stuck to it pretty stringently since.
I'm doing pretty good.
That's big. That's a huge amount of self-discipline. I couldn't do that. I could do vegetarian, but I couldn't do vegan.
You could do it.
I mean,
No.
I could on like a reality level, but I just don't think I would. I don't think I have the discipline to do that of my own volition.
Sometimes I sing songs about eating meat.
What?
Gets me
Wait,
through.
what?
It gets me through. It gets
I
me
found an
through.
excellent recipe for a mushroom ragu that I'm
I
going
want
to
to hear
send
one
you.
of these songs.
Cheeseburgers, tacos, corned beef. Sounds so good.
I thought no, it was mushroom. It was a mushroom bourguignon. I found a great recipe for it. I'll send it to you.
I really don't fuck with mushrooms.
Really?
I don't either.
I feel like that's the best. That's the best vegetable that has like a meat sort of vibe to
You know
it.
what I fuck
That
with?
and potatoes.
I fuck with textured vegetable protein. And pretty much that, maybe some wheat gluten smashed up real quick to make some like seitan.
This is why people say the things about you and their diet.
Are you on the yeast?
Listen to how you sound.
Are you on the yeast tip? Are you putting yeast on shit?
Oh yeah, the nutritional yeast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good, honestly.
Well, yeah, it has like a cheddary taste.
You can throw it on popcorn. It's pretty good.
I put it in pasta to make like fake mac and cheese.
Hell yeah.
Or fake Alfredo.
Mix it with some.
It wasn't that bad.
You get on oat milk. I really like oat milk.
I kind of fuck with the pea milk.
The what milk?
Pea milk.
I've never had pea milk.
Because all like the oat milk and the almond milk and shit like that has like a sweet aftertaste, so it's hard to make like pasta with it.
The oat milk I had didn't really taste that sweet.
But like when you cook it into like a pasta where you're looking for savory, you'll taste it in the back. So I just use pea milk because it just tastes bland.
Wow, Antoine's introducing me to milks I didn't even know existed.
Ripple, not a sponsor.
The George Carlin bit. Was that George Carlin? It was Lewis Black. Show me the pea titty where the milk comes from.
That's what I want to see, some pea titties.
Pea titty.
Look that up on Pornhub later.
You're gonna find a new thing like a pea cup. What is this?
Also in 2020, Pornhub deleted all the fake accounts. And
all the non-verified accounts.
Yeah, all the non-verified accounts.
We are no longer on Pornhub.
R.I.P. to NYAH on Pornhub.
Shouts out.
Yeah, but that's what I would say.
Chadwick Boseman died this year. That's the other guy.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Black Panther.
R.I.P. to the
Black
Wakanda
Panther.
King.
Yeah.
Black Mamba and Black Panther.
Just getting his film career started on some real shit. That sucks.
Just started.
Well, as a celebrity, as like a big A+ celebrity. He was in like one huge movie, right? Was he in some other massive thing?
He was in Selma.
Oh, I guess that's true. I feel like the cultural impact of Marvel movies
And
is
he
pretty...
was Jackie Robinson in 42.
Okay, ignore me. I'm a racist, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. Cut this out, Jeremy. I can't be racist on the podcast.
All right, racist Arelli over here.
Racist Arelli.
I'm going to have to quit NASCAR now.
No more flags.
All right, you got a big takeaway, Jeremy?
I learned in 2020 that the only way forward is collective action on some real shit. Like fucking trying with the fucking building of hot dog cart and soap companies and podcasts and whatnot, really trying to do something together.
I think that was also mirrored in like what we saw like on a big scale. Like we're yelling at the police and they're like, fine, we'll defund it. And that's like the minimum in some in a couple places. But I think you can really see that like enough pressure will make something happen.
Apply pressure.
And like they only did that to get us to stop talking about shit. If we would have kept fucking marching on the streets and fucking getting in trouble and breaking windows, then more shit would have happened.
Facts. What about you?
I think my big takeaway this year is that I think it's similar to yours, is that we can't rely on the traditional systems of politics to get through this shit, like life and shit. I think we saw with them edging out Bernie Sanders on the, not even letting it get to a vote, really. Just kind of like pressuring him out of it and rat fucking him behind the scenes for the minimum the minimum that we could have had politically at that. And then putting Joe Biden of all people as the president. And then how
Kamala Harris is the VP.
How little support. I lost my fucking job this year.
All right.
They didn't give us dick. Like, yeah, they gave us expanded unemployment, but it was hard to fucking get. And I got lucky and got some of it. But even then, I had to find a shitty subpar job before that ended. So I didn't like lose my money and lose my house and shit. Like they're not giving us shit and they're giving us $600. Right. They're basically giving us an Xbox and telling us to fuck off.
It's the American Pizza Party, baby.
Yeah.
$600 that we've been waiting on since August.
Right. Yeah. $600 for some people who maybe qualify for it in a slow way. And the vaccines are going to be the same way. They're having the vaccines fucking roll out and they're fucking going bad.
I mean, but have you been hearing about what's been going on with some of these vaccines? Yeah. The one motherfucker just left a whole bunch of them out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're being sabotaged. They're being reported falsely, so people won't want to get them. There's like every bad thing.
At one point, they weren't giving people vaccines; they were giving them antibodies and shit.
speaking of the $600 and the stimulus, just to revisit fucking news for just 1 second, we had a president try to fucking hold stimulus hostage till after an election to be like, yes, I will get you guys money after you reelect me.
And we also had a fucking Democratic House and Senate who were playing ball with that, who were saying, well, that's good because we weren't even going to fucking put anything through until after he was gone anyway, because it would make him look too good. I don't give a shit. Who
They're literally playing like a high school game with all the American people.
With motherfuckers' lives.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And on that note, I think that's the end of fucking 2020 on some real shit. Just remember that.
Rest in pieces, you shit year. The next one's going to be worse. I can't wait to find out how.
That's the Not Jeffy Tips, baby!